Hey everybody, Connor Tracy, Big Red SEO, Omaha, Nebraska. Kim's not with me, so I get to do what the heck I want. So I grabbed myself a nice cold glass, and I grabbed myself a beer, and I've got my cigar. So yeah, I get to do whatever I want. So this is how how today's show is going to go. So first things first, open this up. I am sitting outside. The neighbors are moving, so you may hear some background noise, but it is what it is. And let's see what we got. So today, wait for that to settle down here, and then we'll have a look at what's going on. I get to do everything, so I'm trying to get the intro done, the messages here on the screen the way they're supposed to be, and then of course all the different transitions. So anyway, today the one thing I wanted to talk about, as you can see, Kim is not here with me. She's out in California. She's doing a soul retreat, coaching sessions and stuff like that with some of her clients. So I get to hold the fort down here in Nebraska, and that's okay. It's warm, it's nice, no complaints here. I'm sure it's nicer weather in California, but that's okay. That's all right. So anyway, the topic of conversation for today was working in different locations, not just from a staff end of things, but from a business end of things. You know, we've got the two of us, like I said, in different areas. So how do you communicate with your staff and keep everybody on the same page? So the big one, of course, for us has always been email. I mean, that'll always be there. So Gmail, we're big Google fans, so Gmail is what we're using. But the other two things, you know, when we got to do the video stuff back and forth with clients or between ourselves, Zoom is a big one, Google Hangouts and Skype. So those are our main video conferencing tools, I guess, if you want to call them that. Of course, the video on a phone and stuff like that, but for the most part, we use these other tools. Zoom is awesome because you can use both a desktop and a cell phone if you wanted to. You can share the screens. So if I'm working on a design and I need input from Kim, she can tell me whether I'm on the right track or not. And I think I've spoken enough just at this second. So let me take a quick drink and then we'll get on with things. Oh, better. Okay. Brandon, yeah, Zoom all day long. If I can help it, I would always be on Zoom. Skype is the other one. They do have Skype for business. I've never used the business version. I don't know if you have any input on that, but I know they have it. But I've always just used the personal version. And then Google Hangouts, which was awesome. My screen says that I'm no longer on air, but I believe I am. So I'm going to continue on as if I am. If you guys see different, let me know so we can change that up if I have disappeared. All right, so Skype, Google Hangouts, and Zoom, those, of course, were the big ones. The other things out there for just keeping things on track, Trello has been amazing working with different contractors, and also Monday. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. Monday is an awesome tool. They've been promoting the heck out of it the last couple of weeks. It seems to be on radio, it's on TV, it's on almost every Google ad that I see. I'm getting bombarded with the Monday app. I think it's monday.com. It's a great little system for tracking tasks, but you know, for ourselves, we don't use it. We have a project management tool called Acello, and that handles everything from billing all the way through to time tracking and projects and ticket systems and stuff like that. It's overkill for a lot of people, but for us, it works the way we are. But the big thing, you know, when Kim's out of town or I'm out of town, the one thing we rely on is Google Sheets. You know, just going through the list. I actually have a client currently that we have a bug sheet, so a bug list of things that have to be repaired at some point in time. Some of them are higher priority than others, so of course we color code them. But just having them all on a sheet is kind of critical to getting everything done. For a long time, we were relying on emails back and forth, but there were 6 of us, and we've got a weekly call, and all 6 of us are on the call every week. Things get missed. So having a sheet, having that organization, that's going to help. Big fan of sticky notes, of course. Kim can attest to that. She's all about the sticky notes. But having a sheet that you can share online between multiple people and even with your clients, those are areas that we rely on all the time. Let's see. It's short and sweet today, guys, so just bear with me. I'm running through this. We should be done in 15 minutes, right? So the other couple of things that we rely on heavily, Google Drive. Again, we're Google fans, so the Google Drive allows us to move files back and forth, and Dropbox. So when we're working with clients, if we have to gather a bunch of images for a website, for example, rather than sending a USB drive or going over and picking up files from them directly, Dropbox is what we use. We've got the big version. I think it's 2 terabytes. It's like $9 a month, something like that. But basically with that, you don't have to have an account, which is the awesome thing. So a lot of our clients don't have accounts for Dropbox, but we can share a link, and anything they put there will then be sent over to us. They don't have to log in. They don't have to do any of that fun stuff. And it's secure in the fact that they can upload, and anybody else could upload if they had that link. But nobody could download anything from there unless we set those settings to be public, which we don't. We usually use the email at that point if they're downloading things. But uploading, anybody can upload stuff to us, and then it's our judgment on our end. Do we double click it and open it up and find out what that zip file really does? Or do we just bypass that file altogether and look for something else? Security, of course, is a big concern, no matter what field you're in. If you are getting files from somebody, have some sort of antivirus scanner, whether it's Norton or Panda or who else is out there. McAfee's another big one that's out there. But just have something like that on your system that'll help there. I had mentioned the sharing of screens and stuff like that. With our meetings back and forth, we're using Zoom for the most part, and Skype. You can share on there, and sharing desktops. But one of the other, or two other things that we use, one is Team Viewer, TeamViewer. Team Viewer allows you pretty much to take control of another person's PC. So you set them up, you get a password, you can operate just like it's your own desktop. I used to use it years ago when I was at the office and I needed to access a file at the house. So my computer would be on, I would just telnet in using the Team Viewer, and I could operate my computer just as if I was sitting there. There's not really much degradation in terms of speed, so that's it's a great little tool. The other one that seems to have become quite popular is showmypc.com. We have a number of clients that use this. Essentially, you go to that website, you just click in a button to... oh, phone ringing. Hang on. There we go. Phone not ringing anymore. But basically you click a button in there to give it a password. You give that to your third party or your other party that you want to see your screen, and now you can share the screen. The good thing is it's just valid for that session. The bad thing is that it's a little slow because it uses a browser for the connection. So I'm just turning that phone off again. Yeah, I don't know why, but somebody likes to call us every Friday at like 1:15 or so. No idea who it is. One of these days, we should just pick up the phone and see who it is. So anyway, so those are my main things for today that I just wanted to run through. As I said, Kim's not here. Kim said I can do anything I wanted, and this was one of the things I wanted to do. I was going to do a technical one, but I'm going to save that for a YouTube live, which goes live tonight. So if you're not on the our YouTube, you should probably go over there. It's youtube.com/BigRedSEO, and just click subscribe and click the little bell, and that'll alert you when I do go live. So I will be going live over there tonight, I believe around 7 o'clock Central Time. But it'll be a technical end of things. Again, running 10-15 minutes, somewhere in that range. I don't like to talk as much as Kim. It's not as fun when I don't have somebody right beside me that we can banter off back and forth and get input. When it's just me having to talk on camera, that can be it's a challenge. So I really appreciate you, Kim. I really appreciate when you're right here working on things or running the show yourself and coming up with the topics and doing all the work. It's a lot harder than anybody. There we go. There's another call again. I don't know. It's a foreign number. That's all I can say. So with all of that, I've put all the things up there already. Last thing to do is just have a drink and be done with the day. It's Friday. It's about 1:15, and this was Big Red SEO Facebook Live, a very different Facebook Live. So if you enjoy this format, let us know, and maybe I'll have Kim come outside and do the Facebook Lives rather than inside the office. So that's it for now. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk again next week or later tonight if you join me on Facebook Live. All right, guys. Have a great day now. Thank you. Bye.